Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Empress Aries 888. My name is Tanya. Well, please like on the way in. Gives me an energetic donation to the channel, helps me tune into you. Flip the roles as you see fit. Take what resonates and toss the rest, and let's call in spirit. And let's get this party started, shall we? Let's do it. Spirit guides and angels of your whitest light, please give me a clear message for the collective, one that brings healing, hope, and understanding of their situation. Protect me as I open myself up to channel these messages and protect my beautiful collective. And thank you, Spirit, ancestors, high resident, guides. I so appreciate you for everything you do in my life and the gifts that I have received. I so appreciate that. Thank you so much. Amen. Let's start this reading. Now, this is any energy, any sign, general reading. Okay, if it doesn't resonate, don't take it on. And collective readings, right? I have 3 tarots and my beloved oracle deck that I love so much. And I thank you. I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for your loyalty to this channel, my loves. I'm going to do a little Reiki-esque. If you don't like Reiki-esque, you can just click onto the actual tarot reading, okay? I certainly do understand. But let's get started. Now, with that in mind, this can make sound. So if you're sensitive to sound, just lower the volume because it can be a little jarring. A nut rattle. I love me a good nut rattle, baby. All right, and then we're going to sweep out the aura. Hope you're having a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever time you press that play button. These are timeless. Timeless. I'm going to stay this beautiful and young forevermore. Yeah, baby, yeah. Gotta be confident, baby. Ain't nothing wrong with being confident. You know what I'm saying? Fake it till you make it if you have to. This is Black Obsidian, and Black Obsidian is actually for grounding as well as clearing out any juju, because we don't need any juju. Alright, and then the last one is the selenite stick, because we need to clear the area, baby. Clear it. We don't need no bullshit. None. The last thing we need to do is to call in spirit proper and use the sound bowl. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Yeah. Hear ye. Calling everybody that can handle it. Reading begins. It commences. All right, so let's start with a tarot, and then we'll go in between with Mystic Beauty's beloved oracle deck, and it is fantastic, and I would highly recommend it. Let me show it to you. Okay, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I love it. I love everything about it, and I'm using it almost every single reading because that's how fabulous it is. You can find a Mystic shop on Etsy, and you can find Mystic Beauty. She's a tarot card reader. You could find her on more than tarot card reading. You know what I mean? It's like, I love how they just generalize, but honey bunches of oats. Let me tell you something. Tarot card readers are not just tarot card readers. They're advisors. Okay, they're guides, they're healers, so much more than just tarot card readings. But that's what they define it on as YouTube, spiritual messages, whatever. I don't know how they define it, but tarot, esoteric. Okay, you can find her on YouTube under Cosmic Royal Family. It's not Mystic Beauty, it's Cosmic Royal Family. But her Mystic shop is on Etsy. Nothing wrong with, I think it's great to be a philanthropist like that, right? You have gifts in that arena. I love it. I think it's fantastic. Please support her. I know that she needs me. She's got far more viewerships than I do, and it doesn't matter. I'm still going to put it out there. Like I said, if I feel the urge to recommend, I'm going to recommend it. I don't care if I had 5 subscribers. It doesn't matter. It's about what you can get off of a person as far as knowledge and understanding, and she's gifted, as well as Empress T4444, as well as Intuitive Kev. These are individuals that, and Frankie, I love Frankie, Lynn's Eyes. There's a lot of different readers that are fantastic out there that you should give a shot to because you'll learn a lot. Okay. Empress. The Empress is out. That took a long time, didn't it, Spirit? What was up with that? All right, so give me something more about the Empress for reading energy, Spirit. Collective reading. Okay, 8 of Pentacles. Something that you're mastering, something that you're working on. Miss Empress, Mr. Empress. Now remember, it doesn't matter about gender. An Empress is somebody in their feminine energy. We have both masculine and feminine within us. So at any given time, we can display our masculine side or feminine side, even if we're a masculine, you know what I mean? Even if we're male or female, doesn't matter. We possess both within us. Okay, so 8 of Pentacles, somebody's working on something, some Empress. Empress is every queen of the deck. So you got to master yourself in a lot of ways, go through things in life in order for you to elevate to Empress status. I thought I gotta tell you, Empress. Oh my goodness. 5 of Pentacles flew out. Hardships. Maybe you're learning that. You know? Maybe you're learning about hard times and people who have put you in hard times. Knight of Swords could be one of them. Somebody that's assertive, decisive, focused. Could be reckless, impulsive. Sorry, folks. Just had to put my hair up. Alright, so what is this Knight of Swords about, Spirit? Give me some information on this Knight of Swords. So you're learning about somebody's ways. Maybe they weren't always honest with you, okay? We have the Knight of Swords here. Yeah, we have 5 of Pentacles. We have a lot of Pentacles here, which is Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Cap. Something you're mastering, okay? And you're the Empress. If I haven't shown these cards, here we go. Now you see them, now you don't. So, something about this Knight of Swords. Can you give me some 4 of Cups? Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Something that you're reflecting on. What happened with this Knight of Swords? So you can turn it around. Okay, thank you. Balance. You had to alchemize something here. Divine intervention. Sorry, Temperance. Divine intervention. You had to be guided away from this person. 5 of Wands because they put conflict in your life. Okay. And we're talking a lot of conflict. We're not just talking a little bit of conflict. We're talking prolonged conflict over a long period of time, breaking your ass down. Kind of conflict. You had a kind of conflict, 4 swords, that you had to recover from. I'm not saying physical abuse. For some of you, it might be physically abusive, but I feel like it was a mental game, a mental fuckery, a manipulative individual that was playing games over a long period of time, breaking you down to the point where Spirit had to intervene and create a tower. There you go. That broke this bitch down because it wasn't going anywhere. This could have been a lover, somebody that you were at a crossroads about. Yep, very loving to this person, Queen of Cups. And that is not about, you are a Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. You could be an Aries, but you were broken down by this person and you were loving to this person. And it was unfair what they fucking did to you. And Spirit knew it because Spirit's all about balance, right? Temperance was here. This was not right, okay? In the court of law, spiritual court, this person was guilty of abusing you, and that was not going to be tolerated in the spiritual realm. So you were out. Okay, let's use another deck. Let's see if there's any other cards that'll come out. I need my tarot cards because I got 3. Sorry about that noise. Spirit, can you give me some information on what this person did to create this separation? What did this person do, Spirit? And I'm using my serendipity cards. They're very old and worn out. I've had them forever, and I'm not getting rid of them. I don't care if it aesthetically does not look good on camera. I love these cards. They're broken. They're busted up. They've lost their beautiful, like, shininess, and I don't give two shits. I'm using them. You can find these also on Etsy. Serendipity. I believe she's still on. I believe she's still on YouTube. Okay. I bought these a long time ago. Spirit, can you give me some information on what happened in this situation? Why this person was divinely guided away from this individual, please? Spirit, come through. Yeah, balance again. This relationship was out of sync, out of balance. 3 of Pentacles. They were collaborating with other people. Okay. They were holding on to people and issues. 4 of Pentacles is here. They were holding on to things. A lot of Pentacles. So they were holding on to money. They were holding on to earthly things. Focusing more on money and the acquirement of it. And they were using people or using you for money. And they were also maybe giving or gifting money to other people. They had other scenarios going on that you weren't aware of. Maybe you were. Maybe you found it out. That's why there was epiphanies, or you were guided the hell out because you were not in those rooms or hearing those conversations that spirit was. That's why you had to walk your way out of there. Not willingly. Not willingly. No. If you were honest about it, you were holding on to this person. Ace of Wands is here, so you had to work on something else. Well, more than likely a job or moving away from a situation. You could have known this person at school or work. Maybe you collaborated at one time with this person. But the collaboration, the contract, whatever you want to call it, was null and void. It ended. Page of Wands. Okay, so there is some sort of phone call or a letter or something that you got a message about this person. Okay? Good news, though. So it could have been about a good news for you, meaning something happened to you. You could have divorced this person. You could have had a go-ahead that, of custody, whatever it was. Or there was something good that happened out of this situation, and it was for you. So maybe you got a job. Maybe you were able to get housing. Something happened good for you out of this tomfuckery that this person put you through. So we can be bitter about our situations and stuff, but in the end, this person did you a favor, okay? Because they helped you to grow. And any good things that are happening to you in life that you are being gifted to by the universe, by God, whatever you want to call it, it's because this person did their job well. They changed you forever. And you are the person you are today because of the bullshit you went through. Okay, so I mean, yeah, it's sad, it's grief, right? Because clearly it hurt you hard, it hit you hard. 5 of Cups is here. But this person was sneaky, deceitful, a liar. You had to learn. Like I've always said, and I'm going to continue to say it through these other readings that I have. Some people, you're there to teach. Some people, you're there to learn from. This was the person you were there to learn from, and this person taught you well. So, in order for you to continue to be blessed by the universe, you got to let it go, and you got to let them go, and you got to let the hurt go, and whatever deceit and bullshit they put you through, because it's only blocking you, my love. And hard as that pill is to swallow, you gotta do it. Because you could have been married to this person, the Hierophant. But I believe that that's ending. The Tower is here. Yeah, it did. Okay, marriage and commitment. Had that. They had that. They didn't see it as wonderful as you did. The perception wasn't there. The perception was they could find that in the streets with anybody. Maybe they didn't want marriage anymore. They just wanted to play. You were dedicated. This person wasn't. You were in it to win it for the long haul. They were only in it for a good time. And that's very hard to hear. Very hard to hear. Me saying it, you hearing it. But I understand it. Because until you live through it, you can't really say. But once you're there and you understand and you live through that bullshit, somebody did that to you, I sympathize with you. I'm sorry that happened to you. Truly I am. 17:17 on the clock. I don't wish that on anybody. but I understand how it feels. All right, so we did all this. We're going to go into the beloved. I want to, before we go into the last tarot, please and thank you. But this created a tower in your life, separated you from this person, as well as a tower in their life. And I feel like it was one of those, not necessarily at first did they feel it, but over time, yeah, they're going to feel the pinch of it. They're going to feel it. Because when you're as loving and as beautiful as you were to this person, even if you weren't always loving and beautiful to this person, maybe you even told it like it was, right? Not always like, peaches and cream. Maybe you had fights with this person and you were just like me. You ain't playing. You ain't playing. Still, it was from love. You're trying to elevate this person, help them. But you realize you can't change a person when they're not willing to change. Spirit, come through. Please give me some more messages. Messy. Messy, messy, messy. Hell yeah. This situation is a hot mess. Constant fighting, hidden drama, secrets and addictions, all tangled up behind the scenes. Maybe you suffered in silence with this shit. You didn't tell people what you were going through. You just lived it. But this person is carrying that bullshit on with other connections that they might have left you with thinking it was better. It's a hot mess. In fact, you were the catalyst to changing this person. You were there to help this person, give them a chance to elevate. They didn't want it. Once you pulled back that energy, that beautiful, loving energy, that selfless energy, it's like a fucking nightmare. It's like a damn atomic bomb hit the whole fucking place. It's crazy. Crazy, baby. And you don't wish that on people. You don't. To see somebody suffering because of what they did to you, it wouldn't make me happy to know that my person, my ex-partner or whatever, was suffering because of something that they did to me that they're getting karma for. I'm not wishing karma on anybody. I got no caps. And to see it, it sucks. But it's their own choices. They can sit there and blame you all day long and say, oh, you're creating magic or doing some sort of bullshit. Hell no. Who the fuck would want to do that? Think about it. If they're getting this backlash for what they did to you, you don't think that's going to happen to you doing that to them? Hell, it will. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. Don't wish a person bad. The problem is, as empaths, we know. Maybe even warn them. And they did it anyways. Testing God, 2020 on the clock. Ooh, man. You don't test God. Union. The wait is almost over. Two souls, one path coming together, just as spirit planned. So there's somebody else coming in for you. This was a karmic that you were with. A karmic soulmate. This is a real one. The real deal is coming towards you. And even if it's not the twin, because not everybody has a twin flame situation going on, it's a high level. It's coming. This person feels trapped in their situation. It's a karmic trap, really. They fell for the hokey doke. And now they're stuck. They're feeling stuck in a mindset, a relationship, or their own guilt, or all three. It's not that they don't want to change. They just don't know how to escape. Stuck, overwhelmed. And it's a karmic lesson that they needed to feel that, I don't know, the loss of you. Like they have a saying that if you can't appreciate my presence, you're going to appreciate my absence. It's like that. Some people have to learn the damn hard way. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. You can tell a person the grass ain't greener, but they're always going to be looking for some people. Always never satisfied. Some people are like that, my friends. All right, Spirit. Any other cards from this beautiful deck? Thank you. A placeholder. Ooh, they left you for a placeholder. Sometimes we stay in roles, places, or patterns that were only meant to be temporary. Spirit is nudging you to release what is no longer fits and make space for what truly is aligned. So you're having a union coming towards you. Maybe you're trapped in your mind about going back to this messy situation. The Spirit's saying this was a placeholder. This was not the one. And you need to move on. And look at this one. Can't lie. Stayed too long. They weren't happy, but they weren't ready to let you go either. Unfulfilled attached. So instead of being honest and for real, They kept you as a placeholder in a sense until they found something better. But you were the best they ever had. But you also stayed. You stayed stuck in a mindset of, I married this person, I committed myself to this person, I have kids with this person, I'm going to stay. You stayed too long, my loves. And Spirit had to guide your ass out. Yep. What is this? Riding shotgun. They see you as the one who never switched up. Always loyal, always down, even when you weren't in the driver's seat. Loyal, solid. And that's a bad thing? Whew, child. I don't know. I don't even know what to say about that fuck shit. But, it's like, it's their perception. Okay? Because what the fuck is wrong with being loyal? But with that said, you could give too much to a connection, and maybe that's what happened. You were giving way too much to a person who wasn't even willing to give you the crumbs. And that's why you stay too long. You gave too much thinking that if you gave more, that they would do more. And that's it. That didn't happen. They just took more. Yes, Spirit, any more cards, please, before we end it. But you have something better coming. The Empress. Your Empress. Twice, baby. The Lovers. Somebody's going to be choosing you, baby. Somebody feels left out in the cold. And that's them. But that's not your problem, honey. You can honestly say, through this card reading, you did everything you could to keep this relationship, and it wasn't meant to be. So let it go, my loves. Let it go. Love and light, and move forward. Don't harbor bitterness, because better things are coming for you. Somebody's going to take a leap of faith towards you. The Fool. Here they are. Could be a Knight of Wands coming in. Use your intuition. Knight of Wands is an in and out energy, or this person might circle back, this past person trying to come in. Being the Fool. Acting the Fool. To try to take you off your path. Ace of Wands. You got a new beginning, and they know it. And they're trying to manifest you back into their life. Hell, stay over there, because they know there's a Two of Cups coming with your name on it. And Two of Pentacles. This person's been juggling, and not very successfully. Cut it down. Page of Swords. Communication's coming, and I believe it's from your past person. Trying to get a wedge in between you and this new person, or trying to step in your way so that you don't get this blessing. Don't allow it. You deserve happiness. Okay? You did everything you could for this person. And now it's time for them to grow up, put up their big boy girl pants, and learn what it's like to be an adult. And not just a taker. Thank you so much for joining me at Empress Aries 888. Please like and subscribe and join my tribe, because I would love to have you as part of my soul family. And for you returning, I love you. Agape love to each and every one of you. Thank you so much for joining me. And I'll see you next time on Empress Aries 888. Till then, be safe out there, my friends. Be blessed.